The uncertainty and stress that's come over the past year has forced all of us to rethink our lives, adjust our priorities, and adapt to a new schedule where we spend a lot more time at home and less time spitting at each other's faces in bars. And these changes have given a lot of us more free time, or at least more freedom on how we spend our time. But with that comes responsibility to create a productive schedule so that we avoid letting our work-life balance have a bit too much life. And after months of trials and tribulations, I think I've finally figured out the perfect daily routine for me. 8:30 a.m. Alarm goes off. I immediately get to start the day by doing something productive, like scrambling to find which part of my body my phone is underneath, and trying to figure out how to make this rectangular piece of glass stop yelling at me. Ah yes, the snooze. We did it. Task number 1 complete. We are on our way to success. 8:39 a.m. Alarm goes off again. What the? Right. It hit snooze. I was supposed to shut this off entirely. There we go. 12 p.m. Roll over and wake up again because my internal body clock has told me that I did a great job sleeping. Time to reward myself by scrolling Twitter for 30 minutes. 12:30 p.m. Breakfast. Well, it's almost lunchtime, so I guess I'll just have coffee for now. I need it because I definitely didn't sleep in enough. Also time to check my stocks and see if Elon said anything that will make me rich or homeless today. 1 p.m. Sit on the toilet and scroll through Instagram. A meme about sitting on the toilet and checking Instagram. I love being relatable. I should probably check Twitter again. I don't think I've looked at it in 3 minutes. Oh, my emails! This is the perfect time to check those too. Another sale at J.Crew? Guess I have to scroll through the same items I look at every day and then not buy anything. I wonder how my stocks are doing. 3 p.m. Time for lunch. I might as well check Twitter and Instagram while I eat. 4 p.m. Sit on my computer and watch YouTube while mindlessly scrolling through Twitter and Instagram. I consider myself an extraordinary multitasker. 6 p.m. Do a half-assed home workout, alternating bicep curls in one arm while scrolling Twitter in my other arm. Gotta keep my thumb in shape. 10 p.m. Realize I haven't been paying any attention to Netflix because I've been scrolling on my phone the whole time. Schitt's Creek is so good though. And 4 a.m. Fall asleep after my eyes can no longer actually function. Okay, so that isn't actually how I would recommend spending your day if you want to do anything resembling productivity. But I'm sure that we've all spent days like that in the past year. I know I've spent way too many days just staring at my phone and staring at different screens and letting the day fly away. And I'd like to think that, given everything that we've dealt with in the past year, that we can give ourselves a break. But there definitely still comes a time where we have to take charge, get our act together, and I'm trying to do that by sticking to a daily routine. It's hard to pinpoint where and when exactly humans started following the concept of routine. It seems that there's limited research out there, and any attempts by actual researchers at delving into history have struggled to come up with solid answers. And that makes sense. I mean, daily habits are something that are a lot less tangible and have less definitive proof than something like language and religion and architecture and so on. But just thinking of it in a common sense way, everything that those earlier societies were doing were rooted in routine. Get it? Routine? No pun in Ted dead? Anyway, the simple things that people had to do just to survive, whether that was maintaining a farm or hunting to feed their families, stitching clothes together, or building shelter to protect themselves from the elements and from enemies, they woke up each day with the intention of surviving, and they knew that not being consistent in that intention would cause them to go without food and starve, or potentially put them in danger. So it's safe to say that daily routines have been ingrained into the consciousness of people all over the world and from a young age. When you're a kid, your life is pretty much, you wake up, you go to school, you come home, you maybe play a sport, or you play some video games, and you do homework, and then you probably had a set bedtime. And then you do that for 17 years. And as an adult, it's not a whole lot different, except replace school with work and homework with cuddling up in a blanket and having an emotional breakdown. Routines are something that we all do and always have done, even if we haven't realized it or haven't planned out each day intentionally with a to-do list. We tend to have a certain amount of things that we get done because we have to. We go to sleep and wake up at similar times every day. We eat similar types of food every day. And we usually spend our free time winding down with the same TV show or hanging out with the same people. That's routine, and we all have one, even if it's rough or not as productive as we would like. But without mindfully making an effort to prioritize the most important things that we need to get done each day, without staying on top of our work, our diet, our bodies, our relationships, we can easily let things slip away and fall into habits that require the least effort and put up the least resistance. But that doesn't make us productive, and it doesn't make us happy. If we consistently approach each day with intention, tackle everything we need to do in our work lives, stay on top of our more mundane day-to-day tasks, give ourselves time to exercise and to do things that we enjoy, our lives will feel a lot more stimulating and worthwhile, and the things that we like to do in our downtime and our hobbies will feel a lot more rewarding. It's really easy to get swept up when you can go on the internet and find all these daily routines from famous and successful people who say that you have to wake up at 5 a.m. and meditate for 45 minutes and take a cold shower and then work for 12 consecutive hours. But the truth is, unless we need to discover electricity or publish the next series of great American novels, maybe it's okay for us to adopt a daily routine that both promotes productivity for us and also falls in line with the way that we like to approach a healthy work-life balance. Now sure, waking up at 5 a.m. every day might get you an extra hour of exercise or of work, but if you're simply not a morning person and you're going to be tired and miserable all day, that completely defeats the purpose of a healthy work-life balance. And even if you are getting work done, you're not going to be happy, and you're going to go to bed each night dreading waking up the next day. So it's okay to wake up a little later if you like to stay up a little later, as long as you're still checking off your to-do list every day. Waking up early is not what's going to make you productive or successful, it's what you do in the hours that you are awake and the consistent effort that you put in over an extended period of time that are going to make the difference. Some people might find the mornings to be peaceful and free from distraction, and other people don't tap into their deepest creativity until after midnight. We all have the same 24 hours every day, and there's no one objectively correct way to spend it. You always hear that consistency is key when it comes to diet, fitness, work ethic, studying, and having a consistent routine that encapsulates all these things is the best way to help you excel at each one. You get better and deeper sleep when your body knows when to expect it. And really this should be the easiest habit to keep consistent in your daily routine, as our phones make it really simple to keep on track. I set my sleep goal to get at least 7 hours of sleep, it vibrates at 1 a.m. to remind me to go to bed, and it wakes me up at 8:30 with a nice peaceful song. But you do still need the discipline to get up, and it's not like your phone's gonna beat you up if you don't. Although I will say that peaceful song gets really frustrating after like the 5th or 10th snooze. Your morning routine doesn't have to be strict or complicated. Just wake up at the same time every day, and you'll figure out if you like to spend your mornings relaxing and meditating or just getting straight to work and taking time for yourself later in the day. This one is pretty obvious. If you don't block out enough time for work, or you don't stay focused while you're at your job or you're studying, you're not going to be as successful or productive. We've all gotten those random bursts of inspiration to start going to the gym, and we probably do well at first, and then we end up missing a day, and then missing another day, and then another day, and then we completely lose our motivation and fall off course. I like to do both weightlifting and cardio, and ideally I do both every day, but if I can do one or the other, at least I know that I'm getting my body moving and I'm improving my heart health. Even if I only have time to do a 20-minute workout, I still try to do it. It's not about the amount of time that you put into one day individually, it's about the amount of time that you put in over the course of a year or 2 years or your whole life. I like to meal prep on Mondays so that I don't have to think about what I'm going to eat every day and I have more time to do other things, all the while still getting healthy, balanced nutrients. And just like exercise, studies show that a consistent diet is the fastest way to weight loss. Even if you have a cheat day here and there, you'll have built a healthy routine to fall back into. This is the easiest way to keep yourself on track and to give yourself little mental boosts when you tick each task off a list. Writing down simple chores and things you usually do mindlessly might even help you mentally when you actually see how much you're accomplishing in a day. This also is preferable to having a time-based schedule, which is kind of pressuring and limiting, and when something unexpected happens, it can make you feel guilty and feel like you failed just because you fell behind schedule. It's easy to get lost in the uncertainty of current times, and routines give us the ability to control and to stabilize. They also give us great health benefits from consistent sleep, diet, and exercise, and happiness benefits from having consistent productive days for weeks and months in a row. Even if we're not reinventing the wheel, routines give us the power to feel great about ourselves, and we all owe ourselves that. Remember that consistency is most important, and also that habits are not easy to build, so don't feel guilty if this is something you struggle with. There's always space for failure and always opportunity to improve. Thank you so much for watching. If this was helpful to you in any way, I would love to hear it in the comments down below, and I would also love to hear what you find works best for you in your routine. So thanks again, and take care.